Just don't buy.
That's what we say when you're not here.
I'm always here.
Damn.
But I'm not gonna tell you that.
All right. You guys got a couple more minutes to write down some stuff.
It's gonna be one of those.
Discussion.
It's gonna be one of those days.
The better the discussion, the quicker we get to the game. I want to play the game instead of doing the discussion.
I would discuss, but I don't know what's going on.
You just hang out and listen because you weren't here.
You go to server.
We're not playing Who's Game.
Start to configure packet.
Oh yeah.
I've heard of it. I know we use it. We use it like my teaching programs. It's like one you like go on like the iPads, right? It's not bad. So we're playing the game. It involves cards. You do.
I'm a bad boy here.
You don't even need. You didn't need to be here to win.
Basketball, Brandon?
What's going to happen is either a large chunk of you are going to win, or only about 5 or 6 of you are going to win. I'm going to win. I'll explain later.
He's like, no,
Question today. We're going to do a discussion. We're starting the game after the discussion. I mean, you might be able to win this one.
But kids told me that
who knows the name?
Can you tell me the name of that? Tell me the name of that group right now.
It's LeBron what?
See?
I don't know what LeBron.
Tell me the name of that group right now. Not the
Take the LeBron.
Okay, Dylan, I see you.
And also can get out of that. Where's that? This is that phones.
I don't like you.
Okay, so assuming you guys are done, since you guys are talking, so who can tell me what types of strategies McCarthy used to hunt suspected communists?
He keeps everybody at being communist.
Yeah, so how did he, what types of strategies did he use to?
Fear.
Fear, boom. Okay, did this make the Cold War worse? Why or why not? We did this yesterday, exactly. You did the same question.
It did.
It did, how come?
Because it made everyone turn against each other.
Made everybody turn against each other, how so?
Everyone thought they were communists.
Everybody thought they were communists, right? So was there a lot of trust among people?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, so what if you didn't like somebody? Could you turn them in?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you need any evidence to support it? No. So now we're going to connect it to what's going on today. So what types of politicians use fear?
Trump.
Trump, how so?
That wall.
That wall.
The wall, what else? Keep going.
Terrorism.
Terrorism, deporting, keep going.
Yeah, the nuclear codes.
Nuclear codes, right? You have issues with North Korea, right? He's spouting off on Twitter, things like that, right? Huh? What's up?
They should impeach him for that.
We should impeach him? How come?
Being like that. You know,
Being like how?
having character like the codes and stuff, and be like, oh, we're gonna do this to you.
So right, have we ever seen a president act like this before?
No.
Nah.
Is this normal?
Yeah.
No, right? So, in your guys' opinion, so can you guys draw any similarities between McCarthy and Trump?
They both use fear.
They make us a target.
They both use fear, right? Is Trump the only one to use fear, though?
No.
Well, how did Hillary? Yeah, Hitler used fear. What about Hillary Clinton?
She used the emails.
What was her big campaign? Was pushed how? What was her like biggest reason for voting for her?
She's a woman.
Well, that's not fear, right?
She's a nice lady.
She's a nice lady. What was so she? Her big thing was everybody should be afraid of Trump, right?
Yeah.
So Trump was using Hispanics, Muslims, terrorists, the wall, things like that. Hillary Clinton's big thing was you guys should all be afraid of Trump, otherwise, or else you should vote for me, right?
Just build a wall that keeps.
So how do politicians use fear to get people to vote for them or to get people to go their way?
They use things that were done. To make sure they have a safety.
It's, yeah, so people are easier to control in their fear, right? So it's like a little safety net. Okay, what else? So you guys know of Hitler? Anybody else that you guys know who uses fear?
Mr. Eaton.
Mr. Eaton. How does he use fear?
Jail use.
Check marks, right? You guys need to discuss
Halloween.
textbooks, right? He threatens you. If you guys aren't doing what you're supposed to be doing, you get what? A check mark, Dylan.
Stay after.
Or if you guys aren't doing things like that, he threatens to use the textbooks, right? Do you guys like working out of the textbooks?
Yeah.
I've never done
You
that.
do?
Honestly, it's not that bad.
Drop you off with a
You never even had to do it.
Yes, I
But he's
have.
never done it,
In
right?
my class?
No.
Oh, you don't know what it's like using textbooks in my class.
History textbooks are awful.
Make her use the textbook and let her play.
So, but do you see how,
I'm gonna
so
grab the biggest textbook over there.
what's a strategy? So how do rulers use this, right? So have we seen this throughout history?
Yeah.
Right? So what about, so how did Hitler, what was he making people afraid of? The Jews, right? Why?
Devils.
They were impure.
They were in his words, right?
They weren't like him.
They weren't like him, right? So is it easier to make people afraid of somebody who's not like you?
Yeah.
So then do you see, so what about McCarthyism, right? How is it easy to spot a communist?
No.
No, right? You have no idea. So unless they told you, right? So that's going to lead into the game that we're going to play. So the directions for the game. I've got 30 cards. You guys are going to go around. You guys are going to pull one card. If you get a face card, you are a communist. Can't tell anybody what card you have. If you're not a communist, if you are a communist, you keep your card a secret. I'm going to get there. So the goal of the game is to form the largest group of non-communists you can without having any communists, right? If you guys get one communist in your group, you guys lose.
Well, that's hard. You have to just like tell the line.
So it's a face card. So there's no aces in here. There's no. So if you get a jack, king, or queen, you're a communist. If you have any number between 2 and 10, you're not a communist, right? You can't tell anybody. If you tell, you lose, and you're out the game.
How do you figure out the numbers?
You got to ask questions. You guys got to figure that out.
Are you a communist?
Can't ask them that, right? Because if you ask them that, think about 1950s, right? If you go up on the street, can you ask somebody just point blank, hey, are you communist? Are they going to tell you? They're not going to tell you, right?
It depends. You've been watching.
You communist, right? So you guys have to figure out who's a communist and who's not. And so the point of the game is we're going to do a couple practice runs, and then the final round will be for the grade. Okay? Any questions? Yeah.
If we lose, do we lose?
If you lose, I'm just grading your packet that we did yesterday. So hopefully you did your packet. Okay? If you win, I don't even look at your packet, you get an automatic A. Damn. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
So who can tell me how the game works?
I'm gonna throw out.
Wait, if you're a communist, can you still win?
Yeah, so
By getting into.
so if you're a communist and one communist gets into a group of non-communists, right? Communists win automatically.
Oh, that's easier.
So, but there's only 6 communist cards in here. There's only 6 face cards,
Let's see who we trust and who we don't trust.
right?
We're about to cause some trust issues.
So, who can walk me through the directions? What am I going to do?
You're gonna pass it out. Find white people in groups.
You have to find the what?
The white people.
The white people?
You're not getting.
Okay, so who are we looking for? You guys are looking for who? If you're not a communist, right? If you're a communist and you draw a communist card, what's your goal?
He's already trying to cheat.
Hey, if I find out that you guys are cheating, I'm just going to stop the game and we're going to work out the textbooks.
If you get caught cheating, you automatically fail the standard.
Because you guys really need to connect this to 1950s, right? If you were walking down the street, would you tell somebody you're a communist?
Of course. What about now?
In this day and age? Okay, say...
Would they do something to you if you said that?
Yeah.
Yeah, in 1950s, they would try you, you'd lose your job, you'd go to jail. Those were all the effects of communism that we did in the past. How about now? No, today's a lot different if you were a communist, right? It's, I mean, it's not as popular because the Soviet Union isn't a thing anymore. But picture, we'll do it this way. Picture Trump took over, right? He's a dictator, and he's outlawing
My sergeant said he wasn't writing no passes.
No. Right? I mean, it's a little harder to hide though, right? But you get what I'm saying. Okay? Okay, so what are we doing? You guys are about to get some cards, right? If you draw a face card, who are you? Communist. Are you telling anybody? No. Everybody. You're not telling anybody. If you draw an 8, what are you? You're a person. You're not a communist, right? Are you telling anybody?
No.
No, right? You're keeping your cards a secret, okay? So you guys, the idea is you guys are going to try and form a group, okay? So you guys can organize that however you want.
Wait, are you going to get this card?
Yeah, I'm giving you guys cards, okay? Yeah, so you guys have to form a group, and if you're not a communist, you want the largest group possible, right? The idea is you don't have any communists in your group. So what's the goal?
Everybody has well, you have different goals, so it depends who you are.
Remember, if you're a communist, you're not let them know. You're gonna act like you're
Jack,
not.
king, or queen, what are you?
Communist.
Communist, okay?
Oh my god.
Keep your Cheeto dust off my
Let's
card.
play Russian roulette. I mean, like,
Keep it a secret. I'm not showing
I'm
anybody.
trying to keep it a secret. You're holding it like this.
You want it to be the biggest you can make, right? So a group needs to be more than 8 people.
We get the whole class. I don't want to say it.
The whole class is in a group.
I agree.
Don't worry about it.
That's a good question.
Trying to make it.
No, you're not asking. Hey, don't go with this.
That's fine.
Hey, who cares?
Yeah, so
No,
guys, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you guys can kick non-communists out of your group, you just have to, if you're assuming that they're a communist and you don't want them in your group, you don't have to put them in your group. Okay? If they kick you out and you aren't communist, you try and join a different group. They won't know that you're a communist though, right? Until the end of the game.
Oh, there's gonna be like you like.
Yeah, so they can guess, right? So you guys need to ask them
Why
questions.
does the game
Kevin's
like?
communist.
The game will end once a group of 8 has formed.
He looks suspicious.
Okay? Did everybody hear that? When does the game end? When a group of 8 is formed, okay?
A group of
Kevin,
eight.
why are you
So you gotta have a group of 8 people.
That's a heck of a lot. That's a heck of a lot.
Why are you shaking so much, Kevin?
I'm shaking. How would you know that?
Shaking. And I'm already shaking like 5 minutes ago.
You can already tell.
Honestly, you ain't even got your card and you're already lost.
Who's a commie? Who's not? Who's a commie? Who's not?
Kevin's a commie. He was legitimately 5 minutes ago.
You know what?
I exposed him.
I feel funny.
Are you a communist? I bet you're a communist.
Yeah.
I got 2 minutes.
Oh no, bro.
I got a question.
Exactly. You can get the A if
No. So if you guys form a group of 8 and there's no communists,
Listen up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So if you guys form a group of 8 and there's no communists in it, the non-communists win, right? So the group of the communist job is to get inside a large group. Okay? So everybody's got a card, right?
Yeah.
Start making groups. Remember guys, this is just a practice round. Okay? Hey, remember we're not showing each other our cards. Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's a group of 8 right here, right? All of you guys are in?
Yeah.
Everybody show your cards.
I don't know
There's 2 of them! 2 of them! Yeah, you guys can show your cards too. They got a group of 8. Yeah, so you guys won.
How are they that fast? How are they that fast?
Alright guys, bring me all your cards. We're doing this again. Yeah, we're doing a couple practice rounds. Find the same Hey, I need everybody's card.
My card.
I need one more card.
Same group.
We're gonna go. Every time we practice in the final round. I need one more card. Who's holding on to their card?
Come on, one lost child got it.
Hey, now, bro.
I give you 2.
Who got their card?
I haven't hit a lot.
Are we doing this right now? Y'all stealing cards?
We need one more card.
Yeah, he cheated.
Look on the floors.
his card.
We can't play without the last card.
We don't even have that many people.
For real?
I handed out, I had 30. And I've got 29. So, who's hanging on to a card?
No, not here. Still in the face.
Okay,
What if you could just tell them?
we'll just hang out until somebody wants to.
Oh my god, that ass, I know, my English is that.
Is it a face card?
I just hate your litter.
Oh.
They must have been communists.
Remember those index cards?
Yeah, I'm missing a communist card.
Wow.
How was he a communist?
Who else are
Did you give me
they?
back your card? Who else was a communist?
Their personality communist.
I'm looking at you. I feel like you got it again.
Did it
Alright,
fall or
well-
something? I mean.
Yeah, look on the floor.
I mean, the longer we take, the less we play, and then we don't. You guys are just gonna get graded on your packets. So.
I can't afford that.
Okay, so.
Yo, I'm gonna check my pockets. I give you 2. Okay, I'm good.
Check your pockets.
I'll check all of them.
Guys, your turn to do this. Took out one pocket. You're responsible enough to lose a card or lose one on accident. Let's go.
So we can't have fun things.
One in your pockets.
That's why we can't have nice things.
That's why we can't have nice things.
This is a nice thing.
It's a face card, so.
The face ain't even cute. Give it back.
It ain't even cute.
The face ain't even cute. Give it back.
Check your table.
Who does?
Like, it's not that serious. Come on.
It's a card. Give it back.
If Andrew was here, I'll probably do that.
If Andrew's here, definitely be Andrew.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
It was Andrew.
It was.
Hey, you can't trust anybody. That's what I. Guys, you accidentally make sure that we are.